Let's talk hernia.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk hernia. I have a hernia, which is good news because it's not death. And I thought it might be death, but it turns out it's not. I have an inguinal groin hernia. Basically, my insides want out and are attempting to Shawshank Redemption style tunnel through the wall of my abdominals. Unlike Warden, I'm on it and I've caught them early. So,
Well, when you say early, you've suffered with this pain for how many months now?
okay, 3 months. Took Andy Dufresne 19 years to tunnel out of Shawshank Redemption. Or just Shawshank. The prison wasn't called, whatever. So I'm going to get it patched up.
Yeah.
With a picture of Raquel Welch.
Which is very much back on the hoping to get back on it with exercise and diet. Now you know you're not dying.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So there you go. In case anyone was curious as to what the pain is like, it's. I mean, I'm trying to say the word that means the person does an ultrasound scan. Isn't that a sonographer?
Don't know.
The guy that did the ultrasound scan that said, yeah, your insides are out. He said that there can be kind of different levels of pain because interestingly, mine is not a protruding hernia. So for anyone that's medically inept and doesn't know what these terms mean, I'm no doctor, but hang in there. Your abdominal wall can allow things that should be on the inside of it, like layers of fat, intestines, bowel, whatever's inside you, basically. Love and desire for peace on earth. It can allow that to come out through the wall of your abdominals. And you can get it in various places. Umbilical, I can't say the word. Umbilical, kind of like a belly button hernia. There's a variety. Anyway, more common in men is an inguinal. I don't know if I'm saying any of these words right. Inguinal groin hernia. Anyway, yes, right. So now that can be horrific and like large amounts of you, bits of you exploding out. And that's pretty obvious because you look down and you think, hang on a minute, that shouldn't be there. Or in my case, I think it's called an occult hernia, where there is no visible, because I actually went to see a doctor and she poked and prodded me and there was no visible sign of, actually I said there's no visible sign. When she poked and prodded me, the visible sign of an issue was me swinging for her, trying to knock her block off because the pain was extreme, but she couldn't feel a bump. That's not what she said. She said, I don't know, whatever.
Really?
Anyway, so I screamed, but no bump. So yeah, I have that type of hernia. Now you'd think, well, hang on a minute. If your insides aren't exploding out, it can't be that bad. It's just like a little tiny tear that when I tense, the fat behind the abdominal wall pushes through. This is now sounding like an episode of ER or something. It all seems quite minor. In fact, even when I tense, like the ultrasonographer guy said, tense, and he said, look, there's, you're having a baby. There's the lump coming through the abdominal wall when you tense. But I couldn't feel any pain doing that at all. But weirdly, if you were to poke it, it hurts. Or if I just spend all day standing up, then I thought it was just the burden of life was just kind of weighing me down. Like I'd always feel worse in the evening. But I think it's just gravity. It's just kind of pulling everything down. And so by the evening, I'm very weighted down in the groin area. And that's unpleasant. It just felt uncomfortable. If it hurt, it hurt.
Yeah. That's why you haven't done anything for the last 3 months.
Yeah, and the pain radiates. It's very strange how the pain. The pain would radiate from anywhere from my groin, like a groin strain, but it would radiate all the way out to the outside of my hip. Hence, my physio has had me doing all sorts of hip flexor stretches. And just to clarify, I do still have tight hip flexors, so that's not a mistake to be doing that. I just happen to have that as well. But some of the pain from the hip flexor is not because of tight hip flexors, it's exploding groin. Where was I?
The pain ranges from.
I've got exploding groin on the head now. Right, exploding groin. Right, so the pain can radiate all the way out to the outside of the hip. It can be very hip flexor located. It can go up into the abdominals, like as high as mid abs. I mean, I thought maybe I'd torn an abdominal. It goes everywhere. I'll tell you what's interesting. Had my ultrasound done privately, okay? The GP, the private GP said, you need an ultrasound. I'll put you in touch with someone. They come back to me the next day and go, hey, we've booked you in. Thank you very much. 350 quid when you... Actually, don't tell me. They just say you booked in. I'd say, how much is that going to cost? 350 quid. I thought, okay, well, whatever. Annoying, but, needs must. I then jump on Google because I'm a man of the internet, and I scan around just to see if that's a good price. Do you know how much I pay for my ultrasound? 130 quid. 130 quid. I mean, it's insane. Most people would just think, well, I've been quoted, 300 or whatever. I've got to pay 300. No, shop around. And of course it was 130 quid because the guy was, my appointment was at 9 p.m. It was quite cool. 9 p.m. Heathrow. I'm in Reading, half hour down the road. No biggie. I say no biggie. Well, I got there a bit early, sat in the car, I was on my phone just scrolling. I thought I probably should put my phone away because it looks like I'm going to get mugged inside my car.
Is it rough?
It was rough enough an area that I felt I shouldn't have my phone out inside my car. Anyway, I go in to see the guy. He lets me in 5 minutes early, so I go in at 8:55. Okay, I'm in a state of confusion and panic because I think he's going to tell me I'm dying. Obviously, he doesn't. I leave. I look at the clock on the way home because I'm now driving home to you, 9:26. So I don't know what time I left and got back in the car, but I'm on the motorway on the way home at 9:26. I couldn't have been with the guy more than 20 minutes.
£130.
£130 sounds.
Nice.
I mean, but he's a qualified man, and he's got instruments and machinery and lubricant and all sorts. So you got to pay for that sort of thing, and I don't mind paying 130 quid for it. 350 quid or whatever the other place was going to charge.
Bet they have some good lube.
I would have thought, yeah, good lube, that needs to be, I don't know, cookies and cream flavour. I've got no idea, but unbelievable.